Hi friends, in this video I will discuss about cholinergic drugs. Their other names, cholinergic receptors, classifications of cholinergic drugs and their mechanism of actions as well as side effects of cholinergic drugs. Cholinergic drugs are also known as parasympathetic drugs or parasympathomimetic drugs or cholinomimetic drugs. Here mimetic means to mimic or to copy the styles or functions of others. You might have heard the word mimicry. There are several comedians who perform mimicry on celebrities. Anyway, our topic is not mimicry but parasympathomimetic. Please note the drugs which mimic or acts same as acetylcholine and bind with cholinergic receptors are known as parasympathomimetic drugs. To understand cholinergic drugs better way, you must know these points listed on the screen. What is acetylcholine and its function? What is choline? How acetylcholine synthesized? And what are cholinergic receptors? And what is choline esterase enzyme? So let's try to understand what is acetylcholine. As we know that acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter and it is a kind of parasympathetic neurotransmitter and found in both central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Basically, acetylcholine is an excitatory neurotransmitter at the neuromuscular junctions in the skeletal muscles. But as it slows down the heart rate, so it is inhibitory in the heart. Here I will discuss one fact that proves the importance of acetylcholine. Possibly you know the curare, an alkaloids, a poisonous substance, acts as a neuromuscular blocking agent. And it was earlier used in general anesthesia as a muscle relaxant or a paralytic agent. But now it has been replaced by new drugs which are much safer than the curare. Curare binds to the acetylcholine receptors, means curare block acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junctions. Therefore, it prevents nerve impulses from activating skeletal muscles. And so you cannot move your skeletal muscles. I hope by now you got my point that to move your body part, how important is acetylcholine. Basically, curare is the antagonist of the cholinergic drugs and block the action of acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junctions. Here I have listed some very important functions of acetylcholines and they are contract smooth muscles, dilates blood vessels in gut, increase secretions like digestive juice, bile, slow heart rate. Here acetylcholine works as inhibitory neurotransmitter as it slows the heart rate, arousal, memory and attention, digestion and salivation. Next point is choline. Choline is a precursor of acetylcholine. So choline needed to produce acetylcholine. As having said that, acetylcholine is a very important neurotransmitter and choline is very essential chemical to produce acetylcholine. Here I am not discussing much about choline, but you should note that without choline, acetylcholine cannot be formed or produced. Now moving to the next important topic, synthesis of acetylcholine. First, acetate activating reactions occurred where is ATP plus acetate plus coenzyme A, which is released by mitochondria, produce acetyl coenzyme A, which reacts with choline. In presence of choline, acetyl transferase enzyme, and finally acetylcholine is produced. I just simplified the synthesis of acetylcholine in very simple steps, where acetate plus choline reacts with acetyl coenzyme A in presence of choline acetyl transferase. Here choline acetyl transferase acts as catalyst and produce acetylcholine. Please note that acetylcholine is synthesized at the nerve's ending, means at the presynaptic nerves. Now let's discuss about cholinergic receptors, and they are also known as acetylcholine receptors because acetylcholine binds with these receptors. And there are two types of acetylcholine receptors and they are known as muscarinic receptors and nicotinic receptors. Muscarinic receptors have 5 subcategories and known as M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. These all receptors, these all muscarinic receptors are part of G protein coupled receptors. The M1 found on secretory glands and ganglionic cells, and its basic functions are salivations, secreting stomach acid, sweating, and lacrimation. And M2 found on cardiac muscles, and it decreases heart rate. The M3 receptors found on smooth muscles like GI and GU, as well as on respiratory systems. The basic functions of M3 receptors are contraction of smooth muscles and bronchospasm of respiratory system, whereas M4 and M5 receptors are found on CNS, ending part of the nerves. M4 regulates potassium and calcium ions, while M5 regulates release of dopamine. The nicotinic receptors are basically ligand-gated ion channels, and they have two subcategories, NM and NN. NM, here M stands for muscular, means NM found on neuromuscular junctions, and their main functions are opening of sodium and potassium ion channels, whereas NN found on autonomic ganglia or nerves. Here NN means N stands for nerves, and their main functions are opening of sodium, potassium and calcium ion channels. Next important point is choline esterase, found on the terminal of postsynaptic nerve in this portion, and they are basically two types, acetylcholine esterase and butyrylcholine esterase, and both are involved to break down acetylcholine into two substances, acetate and choline. Later choline is reuptaken by the presynaptic nerve and converted into acetylcholine and stored in synaptic vesicle. So basic function of choline esterase enzyme is to break down acetylcholine present at synaptic clefts. So they reduce the quantity of acetylcholine around synaptic cleft. Now we will discuss the classifications of parasympathetic drugs. Parasympathetic drugs or cholinergic drugs produce same actions and same effects that of acetylcholine, means their effects on body is similar to the acetylcholine. Parasympathetic drugs bind with acetylcholine receptors, I mean muscarinic receptors and nicotinic receptors, to produce their actions. Cholinergic drugs or parasympathetic drugs are classified into two categories: direct acting drugs and indirect acting drugs. Direct acting drugs produce their action similar to the acetylcholine, and they bind with acetylcholine receptors and produce their effect similar to the acetylcholine. Whereas indirect acting drugs block the choline esterase enzyme and enhance the availability of acetylcholine around synaptic clefts. Based on their chemical nature and structures, direct acting drugs further classified into two categories: choline esters and cholinergic alkaloids. Some important choline esters are acetylcholine, bethanocol, carbachol and methacholine. Whereas direct acting alkaloids are R-choline, muscarine, pilocarpine and oxytremorin. All the direct acting drugs are agonists and they occupy acetylcholine receptors and they mimic acetylcholine actions. The direct acting esters are acetylcholine, bethanocol, carbachol and methacholine. There are several uses of acetylcholine, but one of the important uses is to induce miosis, means it shrinks pupil. In simple way, we can say it is used to adjust lens inserted during cataract surgery. The next two drugs, bethanocol and carbachol, are used in GIT and urinary disorders, as they increase contraction of GIT and urinary bladders. This way, in GIT, the movement of food you have eaten is increased, whereas due to contraction of bladder, your urine production is increased. In case of bladder surgery, the muscles of bladder are weakened and that's why they cannot work properly. In that case, bethanocol or carbachol used to enhance the muscles strength and constrict the muscles to produce urine. The fourth ester drug methacholine only used to determine asthma as it constricts respiratory muscles and produce wheezing sound if patient is already suffering from asthma. The important alkaloids are muscarine and pilocarpine. Pilocarpine is used to treat dry mouth and dry eyes. The pharmacological actions of choline esters. I have listed here some important pharmacological actions of choline ester on the organs. The second category of parasympathetic drugs is known as indirect acting cholinergic drugs or parasympathetic drugs, as they do not bind with the acetylcholine receptors, but they produce their actions other ways. First, let's try to understand how indirect acting cholinergic drugs work. In the image, you can see the release of acetylcholine from synaptic vesicles. Here some of the acetylcholine molecules bind with acetylcholine receptors and produce their actions, whereas some of the acetylcholine molecules hydrolyzed by acetylcholine esterase enzymes, means some of the acetylcholine molecules broken down into two substances, acetate and choline. So the availability of acetylcholine molecules around synaptic cleft is decreased, whereas indirect acting cholinergic drugs inhibit the action of acetylcholine esterase enzymes, means they prevent the breaking down of the acetylcholine molecules. So the availability of acetylcholine molecules near the acetylcholine receptors are increased. So the large number of acetylcholine molecules bind with their receptors and produce their actions. Now coming back to the indirect acting cholinergic drugs and their classifications. Indirect acting cholinergic drugs are classified into two categories, reversible drugs and irreversible drugs. The terms reversible and irreversible have significant meanings. The reversible drugs bind with their receptors by ionic bond, so their action can be reversed, whereas irreversible drugs bind with their site or their receptors with covalent bond. That's why their actions cannot be reversed. Further, based on their chemical nature and structures, indirect acting reversible cholinergic drugs classified into two categories, carbamate and acridine. Some important carbamate type of drugs are physostigmine, neostigmine and pyridostigmine. Physostigmine eye drop come with pilocarpine and used to treat glaucoma, whereas neostigmine and pyridostigmine are available in tablet as well as injectable forms and are being used to improve muscle strength for the patients suffering from muscle disease like myasthenia gravis and other muscle related diseases. The other drug, Tacrine, was used to treat Alzheimer's disease, but many countries have been stopped the use of Tacrine nowadays. The indirect acting reversible cholinergic drugs are further classified into two categories, organophosphorus and carbamate, based on their structure and chemical natures. Most of the organophosphorus are poisons. Probably you have heard about malothions and parathions, used in farmland as an insecticides. The malathion, parathion and carbaryl are used as a pesticides, whereas sarin, soman, tabun are in gaseous form, also known as nerve gases, and used in chemical warfare. Adverse effects and side effects of cholinergic drugs. I have listed here some important adverse drug effects of cholinergic drugs. First one is blurred vision, means you cannot see properly, decreased heart rate, sweating, shortness of breath, frequent urination, diarrhea, cramp, nausea and vomit. Thank you so much for watching and your support.